Today I'm going to give a restaurant review for a place I had today. I went to a restaurant in Stone Ridge, upstate New York called Butterfield. And it was a restaurant that was open for a couple of hours a day. It was open from 4:30 to about 8:30 that day, some closing time similar to this. And I went there for a dinner, and I would say that I had an overall positive experience. It was a bit dark in the area when I got there. Right now it's winter time in New York, and it was many cars on this small road. I think this was the only road to get around the area, so made a left turn into the large parking lot in the back, and the restaurant was covered in these yellow lights, so it was really hard to miss. And I had a good experience. It was a friendly staff, probably a mix of inexperienced and experienced busboys and waiters. It had a really nice ambiance, and we were tucked away in a corner with two black stiff leather couches. I think they're really nice. It didn't sag too much. It was pretty comfortable, and it felt safe. I was well beyond 6 foot from the other tables, and it was just in a corner spot. It felt great, so good on that. And then for appetizers, we ordered the Pilsner battered cauliflower. That was delicious. It came out looking like General Tso's chicken, but biting into them, it was so delicious. Crispy texture, sweet toasty flavor, and every bite was into a nicely seasoned cauliflower, just really nicely salted. I don't know what they did with it. It was delicious. I took a picture after getting halfway, so this is what it looks like. And then we got our lamb shank and Beaver trout. Soft lamb with cider jus. It was very similar to maybe a red wine sweet umami gravy. It was very soft. It was pretty much falling off the bone. It was supported by a cloud of mashed potatoes that had a firmer texture. It felt like biting into a fluffy, a Thanksgiving mashed potato, but it's with a different sauce, different gravy. And then we got the Beaver trout. It was a thin layer of fish over another bed of mashed potatoes, and it was on the side of maitake mushrooms. There's these little maybe a long shaped mushroom cut in little slices, and it just complemented the fish very well. And I think it's probably my favorite fungi at the moment now because of tonight. It went really well, and the only thing that turned me off and kind of made me I preferred the lamb shank more, was that the potato overpowered the fish very much. I couldn't really taste the fish because the mashed potato had such a strong taste, so I would probably take a lot of points off for that. And we ended the night with a delicious butterscotch pudding. They did initially give us the warm chocolate cake instead, but we said we ordered the pudding, and they quickly sent it back, and we had our pudding a few minutes later. No big deal. And it was a butterscotch pudding in a little small bowl, and to the right of it was a dollop of what seemed to be a handmade whipped cream. It was delicious. And then there was a sprinkle of caramel popcorn on top, and it was a sweet ensemble. I think the caramel popcorn was supposed to be a part of it, but it was too sweet, and we did remove it from the dish. So then we had the pudding, had just the right amount of sweetness, and the cream was heavy, but it was heavenly. And I had a good experience, and I'll probably go back for the Cauldron Bar, which is an outdoor section where they are cooking food over a black fondue cauldron hung over a huge fire, and it looks really cool and probably really delicious fondue. So check it out if you're trying to celebrate something, you're having an intimate dinner with some friends, or you're making a date with somebody, or just go for whatever reason. That is my first review, and have a good night. Happy New Year.